Hey Yankees fans, welcome to Yankees Rumors and News, your go-to spot for the latest buzz and updates about our team. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a scoop. Over the past weekend, the baseball world was buzzing with speculation about Cody Bellinger and his potential return to the New York Yankees. And if you were following the chatter, it almost seemed like the deal might not happen. According to ESPN's Buster Olney, talks between the two sides had reached something of an impasse, leaving the Yankees likely to explore other options in the free agent market. While some reports hinted at a growing frustration between the Yankees front office and Scott Boras' longtime client, not everyone shared that pessimistic view. And Jeff Passan offered a much more optimistic take on the situation. Passan framed the deal as obvious, suggesting that a return for Bellinger to the Bronx is the most natural outcome. Although he also acknowledged that if a deal does not come together, the Yankees would simply pivot to other targets in a very deliberate fashion. Passan elaborated that, while the disagreement over contract length, the Yankees reportedly leaning toward 5 years and Bellinger seeking 7, is a sticking point. Re-signing Bellinger remains the most straightforward solution for both sides. In the absence of a deal, the Yankees would have a clear set of alternatives, including Kyle Tucker, Bo Bichette, or Nico Hoerner, each offering a different kind of upside. Tucker represents a classic best player available strategy and free agency, a method the Yankees have leaned on successfully for years, despite mixed results in recent seasons. Bichette could fill a shortstop role immediately and then slide to second base once Jazz Chisholm Jr. becomes available next winter, offering positional flexibility that the organization craves. Hoerner, meanwhile, might not be an easy acquisition given the Cubs' reluctance to trade. But with the right package, he could be persuaded to move, giving the Yankees another solid infield option. The broader context of the Yankees roster adds another layer to the story. Passan pointed out that with ace Jarrett Cole anchoring the rotation alongside Kim Schlittler and recent addition Ryan Weathers, the team has the pieces to be really good, yet he also acknowledged that the need for further reinforcements is almost endless, implying that while the rotation looks strong on paper, the Yankees front office is aware that balancing pitching depth with offensive firepower remains an ongoing challenge. The Bellinger situation is emblematic of this balancing act. The Yankees have a star-caliber player available to secure, but if negotiations falter, they face the risk of letting other prime targets slip through their fingers. The dynamic between the Yankees and Scott Boras adds yet another layer of intrigue to this unfolding story. Timing is a major factor, and with pitchers and catchers set to report in just 26 days, there is still plenty of runway for negotiations. Yet the sense of urgency is palpable. The scene is reminiscent of the winter of 2019, when Boras to marquee free agents Manny Machado and Bryce Harper did not finalize contracts until late February. If the Yankees and Bellinger follow a similar timeline, fans may be in for another Boras-led marathon negotiation that tests patience and strategy alike. The history between Boras and the Yankees ensures that even preliminary discussions are approached with caution, as everyone involved understands the intricacies and leverage inherent in his process. What makes this story so compelling is that it is about more than just one player. It is about how the Yankees navigate the free agent landscape while balancing both immediate needs and long-term strategy. The front office, led by Brian Cashman, is renowned for both its savvy and its pragmatism, and allowing Bellinger to walk without having a backup plan in place would be a misstep few would expect from such an experienced organization. Yet, the reality of free agency is that timing, negotiation dynamics, and player demands all collide to create a situation that is never entirely predictable. The Yankees have the resources to pursue multiple paths, but each choice carries risk. Whether it is overpaying for a current star, gambling on future potential, or letting opportunities slip by in pursuit of a preferred target, even as speculation swirls, the fans are left to imagine what a Bellinger return would look like, picturing his bat in the lineup, his glove in the outfield, and how seamlessly he could fit into a team chasing postseason glory. At the same time, the alternatives, Tucker, Bichette, and Hoerner, are all highly enticing in their own right, forcing the Yankees' decision-makers to weigh short-term impact against long-term strategy. Passan's framing of Bellinger as the obvious outcome reflects a belief that, given the alignment of talent, need, and timing, the path of least resistance is the one that maximizes immediate return, even in the face of minor contractual disputes. But baseball is rarely so simple, and the tension between what is logical and what is negotiable remains at the heart of this saga. Looking forward, the countdown to pitchers and catchers reporting puts additional pressure on both sides to resolve matters quickly, but with the history of Boras negotiations, patience will likely be a critical component. Every day that passes without a signed deal increases the stakes, not just for Bellinger and the Yankees, but for the broader free agent market. As other teams circle high-value targets and adjust strategies in real time, the ripple effects of a deal or its absence will be felt throughout the league, affecting not only the Yankees' roster construction, but also the movement of players across multiple teams and positional battles. The situation is a perfect illustration of how modern baseball operates as a delicate ecosystem where one high-profile negotiation can shape the destinies of numerous franchises in unexpected ways. Ultimately, the story of Cody Bellinger and the New York Yankees is far from over. It blends the elements of star power, contract negotiation, organizational strategy, and timing into a drama that captures the imagination of fans and analysts alike. Whether Bellinger returns to the Bronx or the Yankees pivot to another high-profile acquisition, the narrative will define the team's off-season trajectory and set the tone for a season full of expectations. With every passing day, the stakes rise, the speculation intensifies, and the spotlight remains firmly fixed on how one of baseball's premier talents will shape the future of one of its most storied franchises. The coming weeks promise to be filled with intrigue, drama, and the kind of strategic maneuvering that keeps baseball at the center of sports conversation, reminding everyone that in the world of free agency, the story is never just about a player. It is about vision, timing, and the careful orchestration of opportunity that can define a franchise for years to come. The Yankees' handling of Bellinger, Scott Boras, and the broader free agent landscape offers a masterclass in the complexities of modern baseball, where talent acquisition, financial considerations, and organizational priorities collide. The resolution of this situation will not only impact the lineup, the rotation, and the standings, but also the perception of the franchise itself, as fans, media, and competitors alike watch every move. In an era where analytics, scouting, and player development inform every decision, the negotiation over Bellinger represents the intersection of data, human judgment, and the unpredictable nature of sports. As the countdown to the start of spring training continues, the world will be watching to see whether the obvious outcome prevails, or if a surprise twist reshapes the landscape, reinforcing the truth that in baseball, nothing is guaranteed except the pursuit of excellence and the thrill of the game. The story of Bellinger and the Yankees is ongoing, rich with layers of strategy, personality, and the ever-present tension between risk and reward. It is a narrative that combines history, expectation, and the promise of future performance, capturing the imagination of fans who crave both drama and certainty in equal measure. Whether the negotiations conclude smoothly or extend into a protracted chess match, the decisions made in the coming weeks will resonate throughout the season, influencing lineups, rotations, and perhaps even the broader direction of the franchise. Every pitch, swing, and managerial choice will carry the shadow of these off-season decisions, illustrating that in Major League Baseball, the game extends far beyond the diamond. If you're enjoying the updates, drop a like and let us know in the comments your thoughts on this rumor. There's a storm brewing in the world of Major League Baseball, and it seems like the Yankees might be at the center of it. Rumors have been swirling for weeks, whispers turning into heated speculation, and now everything points to one name that could shake the very foundations of the league: Francisco Lindor. Yes, the Puerto Rican shortstop, famously known as Mr. Smile, might be on the verge of a move that could redefine the Yankees' infield for years to come. For anyone paying attention, Lindor has never been a quiet presence in the game. From his early days with the Cleveland Indians, where he first announced himself as one of the premier young talents in baseball, to his time with the New York Mets, Lindor has consistently combined charisma, skill, and a kind of magnetic energy that makes him impossible to ignore. But now, according to the latest insider chatter, the Yankees aren't just interested, they might be closing in on what could arguably be one of the biggest acquisitions in recent memory. Sources close to this situation have hinted that negotiations, which had been dragging on under the radar, are suddenly accelerating. The sense is that the Yankees front office is not just testing the waters, they are moving decisively, sensing an opportunity to land a player who brings both elite talent and immense marketability. Lindor is not just a strong defensive shortstop, nor is he merely a hitter with the ability to change the trajectory of a game with a single swing. He is a cultural phenomenon in the sport. The nickname Mr. Smile doesn't come from nowhere. Every time he steps onto the diamond, he exudes confidence and joy. The kind of presence that can elevate a team's morale in ways that stats alone cannot measure. And let's be honest, this is the Yankees. Every move is scrutinized, every acquisition analyzed. And a player of Linder's stature joining their ranks would not only be a game changer on the field, but a headline grabber across every sports outlet. The timing of these rumors is also intriguing. Sources suggest that the original deadline for any sort of agreement has been fluid, shifting in ways that insiders are describing as strategic. The Yankees, it seems, are aware of both the pressure and the opportunity, while other teams might be hesitating or weighing their options. New York appears willing to make a bold statement. If Linder does indeed land in pinstripes, the implications are massive not just for the Yankees lineup but for the entire league. Fans and analysts alike are imagining the kind of chemistry that could unfold, the balance between offense and defense, and the leadership dynamic that Linder would bring to a clubhouse known for its high expectations. And in the world of baseball, where narrative often rivals statistics in importance, Linder arriving in New York would instantly rewrite the storylines for the season. It's worth noting that Linder's journey hasn't been without its complexities. Transitioning from the Cleveland Indians, where he became a household name and fan favorite, to the Mets, he has shown remarkable adaptability. He's ambidextrous at bat, a rare skill that keeps pitchers guessing and gives his team tactical flexibility. And as a right-handed thrower, his defensive consistency is something that any contender would covet. Yet, despite his individual success, speculation suggests that Linder may be looking for a new challenge, a team with championship aspiration, or perhaps simply a fresh environment where his impact can be felt in a different way. The Yankees, with their history, fan base, and relentless drive for excellence, could be that destination. It's easy to see why this rumor is gaining so much traction, and why it has everyone in the baseball world talking. The deal, according to whispers in the inner circles, is not just about a straight-up trade or a simple contract signing. Sources hint at a complex negotiation, potentially involving multiple players, prospects, and financial maneuvering that could satisfy both the Yankees' ambitions and the Mets' desire to build for the future. And this is where the drama intensifies. The deadline, initially perceived as fixed, has reportedly shifted, giving the Yankees a new window to finalize terms. In practical terms, this could mean that Linder's future might be decided sooner than anyone expects, or it could stretch longer, with tension building in the background as both teams weigh their options. The uncertainty only fuels the speculation, and fans are left imagining every possible scenario, from blockbuster trades to unprecedented contract structures that could redefine what we expect from high-profile MLB acquisitions. What makes this rumor even more tantalizing is the cultural and emotional impact of Linder himself. Beyond stats and salary, he is a player who brings excitement, leadership, and visibility in New York, a city that thrives on narratives and personalities. Linder's smile and energy could become central to the Yankees' identity. Every highlight reel, every clutch play, every interaction with fans would amplify his presence in a market that loves both success and spectacle. And let's not forget the locker room aspect. Integrating a player of Linder's caliber requires balance, communication, and chemistry. But if anyone can make that work, the Yankees organization, with its track record of managing stars, would be the ideal environment. The speculation, therefore, is not just about numbers. It's about vision, timing, and the potential for something transformative in the heart of one of baseball's most storied franchises. Naturally, with rumors like these, caution is warranted. Nothing is confirmed, and in the world of sports, narratives can twist unexpectedly. Trades collapse, deals stall, and players' preferences shift. But the current buzz around Linder and the Yankees is unusually intense, and insiders suggest that movement could happen at any moment. The fact that sources are already discussing a revised deadline implies urgency, signaling that both teams are serious about exploring possibilities that could reshape the landscape of Major League Baseball. For fans, analysts, and commentators, this is the kind of story that captivates attention, not just for what it represents on the field, but for the drama, speculation, and endless what-ifs that make sports so compelling. Ultimately, whether Linder ends up in New York or elsewhere, the speculation itself has already generated headlines and conversations that will ripple through the league for weeks. If the Yankees do succeed in acquiring him, it could mark the beginning of a new era, one defined by talent, charisma, and strategic ambition. Even the idea of it has fans imagining opening day with Linder patrolling shortstop, hitting clutch home runs, and interacting with the media in ways only he can. Baseball thrives on legends, on moments that blend skill, personality, and timing, and a potential Yankees-Linder connection has all the ingredients to become one of those defining narratives. As the clock ticks on the revised deadline, the tension builds, the speculation grows, and the sports world waits with bated breath for a decision that could be as seismic off the field as it would be on it. One thing is certain: if the Yankees pull this off, Mr. Smile might just find a new home in pinstripes, and the story of the season would be written before a single pitch is thrown. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you stay up to date with every Yankees rumor and news. See you in the next video.